Complain about the officiating.
What was wrong with the officiating?
I don't think there was. Was complaining about Michigan holding people and get.
Tim Tebow was?
Yeah.
Where was Tim Tebow? He wins the Super Bowl. Unreal.
By used truck or car? Check out Extreme Truck and Auto Center, located at 1098 O'Malley Drive in Coopersville. They have a huge selection of trucks, cars, vans, and SUVs. Stop by their lot or give them a call at 616-384-3777. You can check out their inventory at xtacenter.com.
Michigan hearing experts sell and service several brands of hearing aids. Are you having trouble having a conversation or unable to hear the latest play of the game? We perform comprehensive hearing exams and use real ear measurements to ensure optimal functioning hearing aids for your unique needs. Our highly trained doctors of audiology are dedicated to helping you reconnect with your world. Visit MichiganHearingExperts.com to find a location near you and take the first step towards better hearing with Michigan Hearing Expert.
Cornerstone University.
The professors are very open to helping whenever they can.
Academic excellence, character-driven athletics, Christ-centered community involvement.
Cornerstone has been a great opportunity for me to grow as a leader, just being able to approach people and be warm and welcoming and hospitable.
Experience it for yourself. Attend a Golden Eagle Day at Cornerstone for a taste of campus life and the chance to meet faculty and staff. To arrange a visit for your high school junior or senior, go to cornerstone.edu. Cornerstone University. Build a life that matters.
The Grand Rapids Sports Hall of Fame celebrates the city's rich sports history by honoring prominent West Michigan athletes and those who have contributed greatly to sports on a local, state, or national level. A class is elected each year and then honored at an induction ceremony in the fall. They also prevent annual events in support of West Michigan athletics, and they raise funds to support local youth organizations and charities. Follow them on Facebook or check out the pictures and biographies of all 181 inductees at grsof.com.
Weights have been lifted. Sprints have been run. Preparation for today's game is history. It's time to get it done. You're listening on MichiganSportsRadio.com.
Well, hi again, everyone, and welcome to another exciting night of high school basketball. Tonight, we're live from Grand Rapids South Christian High School for an OK Gold Week 2 matchup between the South Christian Sailors and the Forest Hills Eastern Hawks. My name is Bob Sack. I will have all the play-by-play for this boys basketball contest tonight. Rick Wesley's alongside in a moment with tonight's analysis. Tim Chenoweth will be here with our statistics, and we're delighted you've chosen to join us on this very wintry Tuesday night here in Grand Rapids. When we return, we'll take you inside the Beist Electric pregame show, get Rick Wesley's assessment on the South Christian Sailors, where they are right now in the season, and what's ahead tonight against Forest Hills Eastern. Coming up on the Beist Electric pregame show on Michigan Sports Radio, the Sailors Zone, and the NFHS Network.
Michigan Hearing Experts sell and service several brands of hearing aids. Are you having trouble having a conversation or unable to hear the latest play of the game? We perform comprehensive hearing exams and use real ear measurements to ensure optimal functioning hearing aids for your unique needs. Our highly trained doctors of audiology are dedicated to helping you reconnect with your world. Visit MichiganHearingExperts.com to find a location near you and take the first step towards better hearing with Michigan Hearing Experts.
Somebody once said life moves pretty fast, and that's exactly how we like it. Want to build something? Great. Start businesses, build bridges, raise a whole city. Future in fighting crime? Want to save lives? Do it all here. But you've got to go forward fast. Because today is now, and tomorrow is soon. And to get ahead of the game, you got to get ahead of your time. This is your future, so take it, and move all of us forward.
Welcome inside the Beist Electric pregame show here before the South Christian Forest Hills Eastern boys matchup. Rick Wesley, good to have you back with us. Happy New Year. Haven't seen you in 2023 yet, and 2024.
24, yeah. Well, Happy New Year to you. Welcome back from your trip to the national championship game. Big smile, big M on your chest there. So you're in good spirits, and hopefully the South Christian will be in good spirits here after this game tonight. Well, looking forward to watching them play again.
Last time you and I got together was 3 weeks ago, and we saw a hard-fought Hudsonville South Christian game over Cornerstone in the Cornerstone Invitational. Since then, the Sailors have lost at Ferndale against West Bloomfield, knocked off Covenant Christian last week, and then last Friday in the showdown with Catholic Central, a thriller and in front of a standing room-only crowd here at South Christian, dropped a 57-54 decision. What's been your observation of the team and its growth in the last 3 weeks?
Well, first you mentioned all those teams. What a schedule they've played. I mean, they have had so many just monster games already, and hopefully that's going to be something that's going to help them as the season unfolds here and certainly head into postseason play. But I think the team is still, they're still trying to find their best self. And the one thing about when you play a schedule like that, as a coach, you don't really have a chance to experiment much. You don't really give guys that haven't played a lot more opportunities than they've had in the past. So, hopefully now as they kind of settle in, some of these teams aren't quite maybe as strong as what they've faced previously. They can find some new answers, some new guys, get some guys in there and have some success and build on their experience and hopefully develop some depth in their play.
Friday night, again, a hard-fought battle with Catholic Central. Sailors had their chances at the end. Darrell Brooks, the Michigan-bound guard, with a big night, 20 points. Carson Viz answered with what I thought was a really solid game as well. Again, a tough loss on Friday, and yet if you had to take away one or two things that are most encouraging after a loss to one of the state's best players and one of the state's finest teams, what would that be?
Well, I was really encouraged with Caleb Plume. I feel like he's sort of an X factor. He's kind of emerged here. He's getting more time on the court. He hit a couple big threes in that game, and I feel like he can do that more often. And sometimes, as a young player, you just need to kind of fall into some success and experience that success. And I think if he could have a game where he could get 12, 15 points and sort of taste that, I don't think there's any reason he can't do that every night. And I think ultimately for this team to be the best they can, they've got to find that, third and fourth consistent score.
Big story, too, Friday night, Rick, was the 1-3-1 defense employed by Catholic Central. Catholic had never used it this season. South had never faced it. Admittedly, wasn't really prepared for it. What do you learn from that?
Well, like I say, it really caused them problems and they couldn't get good shots. I think if they had to do it over again, they would have adjusted their offense a little bit. But I see we're going to sing the national anthem now.
We indeed are about ready for the national anthem, and we're going to take a break during that when we come back as the Beist Electric pregame show concludes. Have you ready for tip-off? South Christian and Forest Hills Eastern ready to go on Michigan Sports Radio, NFHS Network, and the Sailor Zone.
It's a beautiful time of year, but for many, it is also the beginning of allergy season, which means lots of sneezing, itchy, watery eyes, runny nose, constant drainage, or ear pressure. These are all allergy symptoms we regularly treat. Don't let your allergy stop you from enjoying what you love to do outdoors. We have several ear, nose, throat, and allergy specialists ready to see you. Find us online at MichiganENTallergy.com. We look forward to helping you enjoy the outdoors. Have the right insurance agent handling all your insurance needs is one of the most secure feelings you can have. Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Pete Quacklar of the Quacklar Insurance Agency will be there for you to bring you peace of mind and to help you and your family through the toughest times of your life. As one of his insureds, you will receive fast, fair, honest, and personal treatment. Please contact Agent Pete Quacklar from the South Christian High School's class of 1988, 616-583-8300, or find him on southchristiansports.com. The Quacklar Insurance Agency celebrating 29 years of service with Farm Bureau Insurance.
Founded in 1969, J&H Family Stores has grown from a single tank truck to over 50 convenience store locations in West Michigan. Our locations offer a variety of fuel options ranging from Exxon, Mobil, Marathon, and Citgo. At many of our stores, you'll also be pleased to find a Tim Hortons or Subway. Find the location near you by visiting myjhfamilystores.com. There's one in your neighborhood.
Tonight's starting lineups brought to you by Beist Electric. Here at Beist Electric, we understand winning isn't easy. Winning takes hard work. Winning takes practice, and most importantly, winning takes a team. Beist is on your team, whether that is through community support, a career opportunity, electrical construction, or a little extra cheering on the sidelines. Together, let's continue raising the standard in our community, whether it's in the field, on the office, at home, or on the basketball court. Beist Electric, sponsors of tonight's high school basketball game on Michigan Sports Radio. The starting lineups as well for Forest Hills Eastern tonight. They'll begin with Will Morgan. He's number 2. Brendan Thompson, number 10, the junior. Cam Pallo, number 5, a sophomore. Drew Patton, number 11, a senior. Will Overbeek, the man in the middle, number 30, is a junior. Forest Hills Eastern coached by Jason Yelding, veteran coach for the Hawks. They come into the game 4-4 and 0-1 in the OK Gold Conference. South Christian with their usual starting quintet. Davis Kemper in the middle, Caleb Plune on the wing along with Carson Viss. And in the backcourt, it is a change tonight. Nolan Fackler gets the start. Jake Vermas will start as well. But Fackler inserted into the starting lineup for the first time tonight. So we are ready to go. Sailors control the opening tip. They're 5-3, also 0-1 in the conference after that 3-point loss on Friday to Catholic Central. Carson Viss at the top of the circle gets this man-to-man defense. Fackler, guarded there by Pallo, tried to get it inside to Kemper, stolen away by Overbeek. Quickly head to Pallo. Skip pass across to Drew Patton, launches a step-back 3 and bangs it home. Good start
by Patton. Coach Johnson tried to run a little double screen action for Plune to start the game, just didn't execute it very well.
Fackler getting the start for Sam Weiss tonight, who has been in and out of that starting lineup throughout the year. Jake Vermas shuffled his feet. And yeah, I was going to ask you too, Rick. You think about Friday night, the atmosphere here, this big celebration with the 88 state title team. Now tonight, a much more low-key Tuesday night. How does that affect the team?
You can feel it. You can feel there's not a lot of energy in the building. Good teams, you got to manufacture your own energy. You got to be focused. This is when you hope your seniors step up.
Eastern goes to work. Pass by Thompson, picked off by the Sailors. Viss all the way to the hole, and that's exactly what you just described. Best players make the plays to get them going, and Carson Viss lays it in and is fouled.
Every game's not going to be, super emotional, super exciting. You just got to hope your habits carry you through these kind of games. Execute, run your stuff, play defense.
Viss sinks the free throw. He had a big night on Friday. Quickly into the front court. Patton's got it again, and his left wing 3 goes down for the second consecutive time. And a quick 6-3 lead for Forest Hills Eastern to start this one here at South Christian. We'll take a quick break. 6:47 to go on Michigan Sports Radio and the NFH Network. Tonight's first quarter brought to you by Boulder Plumbing. They offer residential plumbing, light commercial plumbing, remodeling, and restoration. That's Boulder Plumbing, proud sponsor of high school basketball on Michigan Sports Radio and the Sailor Zone.
These are the type of games that can be tough on coaches because you are favored in this game, and you're just so worried your team's not going to be ready to play.
On Friday, Eastern dropped a 4-point game to Thornapple Kellogg. Here's a nice give and go. Kemper fed Vermas. Jake couldn't get it to go and then crashes into the wall behind the basket. Whistle and a foul.
I think I saw where Eastern has lost 3 straight 4-point games. So, their record's a little deceiving. They've been right in those games. And sometimes teams that have gone through a lot of close games, they're sort of battle-tested, so they're not shook when they're behind.
Yeah, and you always worry that what's the game they're going to break out, right?
Exactly.
And come up with the plays at the end that do produce the victory. Their best win is probably against East Grand Rapids. These two teams played twice last year. South swept the series. And the first one, Rick, was a thriller at Eastern, 45-44. Jake Vermas hit a 2-point wing jumper in the waning seconds to win it. Second one was a hard-fought battle here, a 12-point win for South Christian. So Jason Yelding's got this program solid. He's got stability with it. And tonight he's missing Adam Hardy, their key big guy inside, the senior who's been playing since he was a sophomore. Sailors take it away from his replacement, Overbeek. Viss into the front court on the break to Kemper. Nice hand to Charlie DeHaan there, right underneath the bucket for an easy lay-in.
Sam Weiss made that happen, got on the floor, got a loose ball here on the defensive end.
Tie game, 2 minutes in. Drew Patton stops and pulls up from just outside the line. Trickles off the rim into the hand of Vermas. Check that was Brendan Thompson on that last shot. On the other end, Viss short arms a 12-footer from the right baseline. Rebound controlled by the Hawks. Left point is Drew Patton, the senior. He has all 6 of the Hawks' points on a couple of triples. Uses the Overbeek screen. He'll reset to Palo. Right wing, it's Brendan Thompson. Tries to split the defenders. A wild shot, wanted contact, didn't get it, goes out of bounds to South Christian.
Charlie DeHaan and Sam Weiss both have come in here and really kind of picked up the defensive intensity.
I think that's what Charlie DeHaan brings this team. He saw some minutes against Covenant last week and then more on Friday against Catholic Central, and I think you're right. That's the defensive spark is what Taylor Johnson is looking for out of Charlie DeHaan. Whistle and a foul underneath as South set up Sam Weiss down low on the blocks, and a little too much contact. He gets whistled for the personal.
South Christian trying to go a little bit of a zone press here, keep the pressure on.
Inside of 5 minutes, tied at 6. Hawks break the press. Thompson with a good fake and just couldn't finish with the left-handed finger roll down the lane. Back the other way, Vermas. Low right blocks to Kemper, spins on Overbeek, flips it under to Vermas on a good pass, but great defensive play by Will Morgan to block the shot. And on the run out come the Hawks and get another three-pointer from Drew Patton. He is now perfect from behind the arc.
Drew Patton's come ready to play. Davis Kemper might have overpassed that last time. He's got it on the block. Hard to pass up a 3-footer for a 1-footer. I'd like to see him just get that up on the board.
Sam Weiss into the game. Had solid effort on Friday night. Viss, good take to the hole and draws contact, and he'll go to the line with 3:54 to go here in the first.
We talked about that Catholic Central game. I think one of the things against that 1-3-1 is South wasn't able to really get it inside. And other than maybe Isaac Skrotenberger, don't really have any real big burly guy. So I continue to think that Davis Kemper, I think he's a little better down there around the basket than he gives himself credit for. We've seen him at times turn and use the backboard And there was another example that last time he got it. Instead of passing, I like to see him just kind of back his man down and try to score that ball.
Certainly has the size to do it, 6'6".
He's got good hands. He's got good touch.
Carson Viss starting to heat up at the free throw line. Had a rough start to the season from the stripe, but last week and here tonight, solid from the foul stripe. 9-8, Forest Hills Eastern against this 1-2-2 press. They break it to Patton. Long three, little heat check there from about 27. Graze the right side of the rim. On the run out comes South Christian. Vermas at the right wing. Now stops at the elbow, kicks it right corner to DeHaan. He'll be short on a three ball, and Patton races down the floor for the Hawks. Pass intended for Powell, knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Forest Hills Eastern.
Charlie DeHaan really working hard on defense. He's up on the front of the press, being really aggressive in their man-to-man.
Inbound to Patton. Wheels and deals now to Overbeek in the right corner. Spins on Rock. Good defense by Tanner Rock, but a little handsy. And the whistle will be the second team foul on South Christian, out of bounds underneath to Forest Hills Eastern.
It's a good call there. You can tell South Christian's trying to be aggressive defensively. Just can't get your hands on. Referees tend to allow you to have a lot of contact with your chest and your thighs, but once you get the hands on, that's going to be a foul.
Oh, nice steal by Charlie DeHaan on the inbounds pass. Took it away from Cam Kennett. But the Hawks regain, head to Overbeek. Knifes through the lane, a floater wouldn't go. Brendan Thompson and Tanner Rock battle for the boards, and Rock's going to get called for the foul, sending Thompson to the line. Thompson's an interesting story, Rick. He was a sophomore quarterback on the football team last year, had a great year in 2022, but is also a Division I baseball prospect, so gave up the QB job to go just with two sports and concentrating on baseball. And in all honesty, I thought if Forest Hills Eastern would have had him out there in the football season, that passing attack would have given them probably a pretty potent team this year. Good athlete. Brendan Thompson, the junior.
Love seeing kids play multiple sports. It's getting harder and harder to do that. It seems like every sport becomes a full year commitment anymore.
No doubt. No doubt. It's one of the two. First point tallied by a Hawk other than Drew Patton. 10-8 Eastern. Viss slashes to the lane, drops it underneath Ike Scrotenborough for an easy two.
Ike Scrotenborough just came in the game, made his presence felt.
His first action here in a few contests as he continues to develop as a junior post player. Long jumper by Patton, short into the hands of Vermas. Stops at the left elbow. Fackler weaves his way along the baseline, kicks it out to Viss, and he drains the triple. Carson off to a good start. He's got 8. I thought that was a 3, but looks like they're calling it a 2. We are tied at 10. Thompson uses the Overbeek screen. He'll be well short on a three-point attempt from the top of the key. South Christian ball.
Good effort there by Ike Scrotenborough. Had a basket at one end. Down here, did a good job on his ball screen defense. Stepped out there, challenged the shot.
Taylor Johnson is thinking what I thought. I thought that Viss field goal in the last play was a three-pointer, but
sure looked like it.
The scoreboard shows a two-pointer. Oh, that's it. Okay. That's right. That's right. They didn't put anything on it. That's right.
Good to see Scrotenborough are in there. This type of game, maybe he can find his way. He hasn't gotten a lot of minutes here as of late.
He's got it again in the paint. Good move with the right hand.
I called that one.
You did.
Good back to the basket move there. You know, he's got the size. He's got the girth. He could be a presence in there. Just needs opportunity, time, a little more experience.
Working against a more slender post player in Overbeek, and like you said, that's where his strength can come in handy here. First free throw on its way is good.
Good looking shot. With that big body, he can draw fouls. He's got a good free throw stroke. That can really be a big plus.
You remember his dad's career, playing career?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Give us the lowdown on Todd Skrotenborg after this commercial break. We'll take a quick break. South Christian up by 4 on Michigan Sports Radio.
The 76 Diner and Truck Stop would like to invite you and your families to come and check out their diner. With locations in both Byron Center and Coopersville, they're a great place to stop before or after the game. They have a wide variety of menu choices to feed all the kids. They serve breakfast hot all day, and they're able to accommodate all of your large group needs. Their full menu is available for takeout orders, and they have online ordering at 76truckstopdiner.com.
Holst Heating and Cooling specializes in commercial and residential home heating and cooling, family-owned, conducting themselves with the highest integrity. That's Holst Heating and Cooling. Mike Skrotenborg to the free throw line. Todd was his dad, played here and at Central Michigan.
Todd's been a fixture in the basketball community ever since I got here. I was not at Grand Valley when he played, but I believe he had committed to Grand Valley to play at one time. And when I got here, I remember there was some talk and there was some hurt feelings because he ended up going with Jay Smith, went to Central Michigan, where he ended up being a teammate of one of my former assistants, J.R. Wallace. So I've known Todd over the years. He's just a great guy, great family, great coach. He's given a lot to this community and this school.
Back to work on the offensive end. It's Drew Patton again, this time muscling his way on the right block. He now has 11.
Tough shot up and through Skrotenborg's body. That's no easy task.
This stops at the free throw line. Pumps, can't get the jumper to go. Patton comes away with a rebound. He'll leave for Egan Nathaniel now into the game, number 3 for Eastern. Nathaniel weaves his way across the lane, kicks it left wing to Morgan. Shimmies on DeHaan, now leaves for Overbeek. 3 won't go. Right there for the follow was Cam Kennett, but that rolled out. Sailors on the move. DeHaan, good strong take to the hole. No, Skrotenborg with some yeoman's work underneath to keep it alive, and it's off Eastern.
Tough one there. Good defense, good break, just didn't finish the play at the end.
.50 seconds to go here in this first quarter. Vermas scoreless, or actually just 1 point, start this game. Much like the last couple, though, he started slow, and I think that's just a credit to Jake, just letting the game come to him and trying to get other guys involved. It's a part of the, I think, the maturity of his leadership. Good inbounds pass to Fackler. Morgan swatted it away on the elevation by Fackler. It'll stay with South Christian.
3 straight shots inside 3 feet. South Christian's had just haven't been able to finish.
Weiss in the left corner scoops a runner in the lane.
Another one, 4 straight.
Just rolled off. See if Jason Yelding plays for the last shot here. Egan Nathaniel between the rings, watched by Vermas. And a tight one.
Carson Viss matched up with Patton here.
Whistle, and did Yelding call a timeout? I think he did. He knew his, no, 5-second call. That's what it was, right? Okay. I think so. They had Nathaniel trapped in the no man's land there in the corner.
Trying to delay the ball, trying to go for that last shot, but just didn't break contact with his defender. The 5-second call. College doesn't have that call anymore. I like it. It keeps the guy from dribbling too much.
Last shot time for the Sailors here in the first quarter. Vermas uses the Kemper screen. Finds Viss for an open 3 in the left pocket. Pounds it home. Carson Viss with a good-looking catch and shoot. And that's the way the first quarter will end. South Christian.
Oh. half-court shot, but it was after the buzzer. Patton is hot.
I guess so. I should have hesitated a little bit to get us to that break. 17-12 after 1 on Michigan Sports Radio. Don't go away. Second quarter just around the corner.
What would you do with some extra time? Shop Fastlane today.
Since 1995, Midwest Sign Company has been supplying companies with high-quality signage. Located in Wayland, Michigan, Midwest Sign offers a variety of products. Interior and exterior signage, complete graphics, wraps, logo designs, and much more. For design installation, Midwest Sign team has you covered. Get your company recognized.
Back at South Christian, Bob Sack alongside former Grand Valley State University head basketball coach Rick Wesley. Glad you're with us on this Tuesday night, first Tuesday night of the conference season. Both of these teams seeking their first OK Gold win tonight. South Christian fell to Catholic Central by 3 on Friday. Eastern lost to TK. Both teams 0-1 to start this conference campaign. Hawks go to work on the offensive end. Cam Kennett is 20, finds Patton. Boy, he eyed a 30-footer there, but instead passed up to Natanel. He's trapped in the corner along the baseline by Viss and Fackler, and Carson Viss with good hands to steal that ball. Quickly ahead to Plune. He drives on Overbeek. Good passes. The Sailors cycle it around to Fackler with an open left wing three, and he drains it.
Great ball movement. Good drive on the right side. Swung around the opposite corner.
You talked about Caleb Plune at the outset. I like the way he attacked on that break. South Christian with their biggest lead, an 8-point margin. Overbeek drives on Fackler, double teamed by Vermas and Fackler. Now to Natanel. He is hounded by Vermas, and look at Jake for an aggressive slap there.
I think you'll see South Christian really go to work here on Drew Patton. I think Coach Johnson's made his point that we're not going to let him get open shots. So the Sailors are chasing him around pretty hard now.
If you just joined us, Patton has 11 of the 12 Eastern points to start this game, including 3 triples. He's got it again at the left, at the right point. Tried to drive on Plune, little hand check there. Quick 2 team fouls on South to start the second quarter.
South Christian's already played 9 players. Coach Johnson's really done a good job working through his group, getting them all in the game.
Caius Peters, number 24, in for the Hawks. He sets the screen on Fackler. Leaves for Morgan. Good take, but couldn't finish off the back of the iron. Good strong rebound by Davis Kemper. Quickly ahead, it's Plune all the way to the hole at the bottom of the basket on his drive, but Davis Kemper's right there with a putback. His first 2 of the game. 10-point lead. Sailors have rattled off 8 in a row after falling behind in this one 9-6 midway through the first quarter. Topside Peters. Well, Patton's working hard offensively, isn't he, without the ball?
Yeah, South Christian's defense is really intense here. They really are working.
Cam Pallow's shot was blocked by Viss. Quickly ahead to Vermas. Stops at the left elbow. Guns across court to Fackler. Back to Vermas. Lob underneath to Kemper. He's got Peters for an easy. Oh, he couldn't finish, but was right there for the tip in.
Really good look by Jake Vermas, like you said. You could just tell that whole possession he was really more focused on getting others open.
And he saw the mismatch underneath and quickly sailed the ball to Kemper. Thompson drives on Plune, forces up a right-hander from 12. No, whistle on a foul. That should go against the Sailors. Good job by Taylor Johnson, though, here in the early going. We talked at the outset how South Christian seemed flat to begin this game, and he inserted a couple of substitutions that I think sparked the defense a little bit, and the offense has followed, and they're up by 12.
Yeah, I think you're right. They started the game out, they were aggressive, but it was almost a mindless aggressiveness, and now you can just tell they're more tuned in now. And I think DeHaan coming in there and Weiss had a lot to do with that.
I know you're a big fan of South Christian's head coach, and I just continue to be impressed of how he reads his players and develops his players, whether it's in a game or across a few weeks.
Yeah, he really has a great knack. He's a great relationship builder. Guys really like him, puts in the time with him, and knows the game.
Patton will hoist again, another deep three. That's from about 24 feet. Grazed the front of the rim. Kemper at the left elbow to a cutting Vermas, who guns it left corner to DeHaan. Stops, takes a dribble, and buries a three-pointer.
Well, he had all day there. I think Tim or I might have been able to get that shot off. He was so open, he didn't know what to do. Great look by Jake. Jake is almost, I always feel like he's like a coach playing in the game. You can tell he's in sync with what the coaching staff's thinking. We've got to get some other guys involved. We've got to find some other weapons here. And so he's really sacrificing his offense here tonight to give those other guys opportunities.
Yeah, let's be honest. I mean, there's a slate of the schedule here that is really going to allow South Christian to develop those other players, and Jake knows that, and he's the guy who is the catalyst to get that going. Good cut by Bryce Sullivan, couldn't finish. Sailors come away with it. DeHaan this time will shoot it and knock it down from the left point.
But then again, every so often, you might want to let one go, and that was a nice pass by Carson there.
30-12, South Christian on a roll here as they have outscored Forest Hills Eastern to the tune of 16 straight points. Timeout by Forest Hills Eastern. We'll take one as well on Michigan Sports Radio.
For 85 years, Sobey Company has been a premier commercial construction contractor specializing in everything from walls and ceilings to floors and insulation. We have been part of almost every large commercial construction project in West Michigan, including the newly constructed South Christian High School, Byron Center Christian renovations, and 2 expansion projects at Dutton Christian. Our skilled and talented craftsmen can make any interior dream you have on a construction project a reality. Go Sailors!
Sturk Cleaning's goal has been to exceed customer expectations for over 40 years. Mention this ad and receive a 15% discount in January and February on carpet cleaning over $150. That's Sturk Cleaning. You know, Rick, I mentioned earlier about the 2022 Forest Hills Eastern football team was pretty good. Brendan Thompson at the quarterback spot. The other guy who really was the star of that team was a young man named Bryce Cusdall, who was on that national championship team last night in Houston.
Oh, really?
Preferred walk-on in the running back spot, and had a chance put on the number 41 and be on the field last night for the celebration.
That's awesome.
Vermas steals the errant pass, launches a three-pointer that will go off the flange. Rebound, foul on South Christian. Wyatt Saul will give Carson Viss his first rest of the night.
Full court, man-to-man defensive pressure here by South Christian.
This game was at one point 14-12 late in the first quarter, but South Christian has turned up the heat defensively and got it going offensively to rattle off 16 straight points. Turnover gives the ball back to Eastern, and Will Morgan resets for the Hawks. Left wing Palo back to Patton. Hounded by Caleb Plune. Fake, steps back, can't get that jumper off. He still has 11 of the 12 points for Forest Hills Eastern. They need desperately, they need someone to score a field goal. Morgan will try, spinning on Plune. Good up fake. Left it short though. Pinballed around. Pops out to Patton at the top of the key. Long three again. That's short. Maybe a little fatigue by Drew Patton as most of his threes.
Work.
Viss takes the handoff from Vermas, has the ball blocked, but recovers it, and a jump ball will stay with South Christian.
I liked Davis Kemper put it on the floor from the left wing there and drove all the way in there. Might have got fouled, but that's a good move on his part. Such a good outside shooter. If he can get a little dribble drive in his game, keep the defense honest.
Vermas and Kemper take a rest. Viss, DeHaan, Weiss, Saul, and Tanner Rock for South Christian. Up by 18 with 3:30 to go here in the second quarter.
I doubt that this lineup has ever been on the floor together for South Christian. Nice pass.
Viss spins at the left elbow, drew the defenders to him, and then dished it off under the basket to Wyatt Saul for an easy deuce. Patton uses the screen, get away from DeHaan, feeds to Overbeek, and there's the first field goal for Forest Hills Eastern tonight by someone other than Drew Patton, and it took them 13 minutes to get it done. Viss between the circles. Good to
same double screen play as last time.
Oh, beautiful Euro step and then lays in with the right hand, but they'll say he took an extra step. I'm not sure. Sure was pretty, though.
I think that might have been the wrong call. We're a long ways away, but that looked like a pretty good move to me.
Good to see Friday night in the house, Sadie Washington, Michigan assistant coach, here there Friday night to obviously watch Darrell Brooks, but visited the South Christian locker room after the game. And
one of the great guys in the coaching profession, really.
Stolen away by Weiss. Nice dish to Viss, and he'll drop it in for the easy two.
This is the most aggressive I've seen Sam Weiss. I mean, you see it more on defense, but his whole, you just feel it in his body movements. He's just a little more tenacity in there tonight.
Attack mode on the offensive side. Saw that a little bit Friday, too. Didn't score, Rick, but you just saw with his aggressiveness, made some things happen on the offensive end. Good dish from Morgan to Patton. Couldn't hit the triple, but Will Overbeek gets the long rebound and pops it home. Lead again at 18. Weiss works the baseline. What's good about that, too, is, Sam struggled to score from the perimeter. So what I have been pleased to see him in the last couple games do is let's attack. Instead of trying to just wait for the spot-up jumper, he's attempting to make things happen offensively.
Just play hard. Get yourself involved in the game. Sometimes the shots find you.
There's Weiss again. He passed up the three-pointer. That time didn't work out for him, but again, good attack mode down the lane. Patton has it stripped away on the drive into the hands of Weiss, and then knocked off his leg out of bounds. Nice play by Cam Pallo. Keeps it on this end for Forest Hills Eastern.
It's interesting, Carson Viss, playing more of the point guard position here. Long term, I think that's something good to work on as well.
Drew Patton bangs home another triple. He's got 14. Fackler, the right baseline. Oh, beautiful dish to Wyatt Saul. Pump fake and then drops it through.
Great dive to the basket by Saul. Fackler drove from the right wing, found him right in the front of the rim.
65 seconds to go here in the first half. Pass underneath to Peters. He's pushed by Fackler. And the foul will be the fifth on South Christian and sends the Hawks to the free throw line for the double bonus.
Pretty good defense there. Patton drove the right baseline. Kemper Davis came over to help out. Didn't get the next guy to rotate down into the front of the basket to pick up that man.
Caius Peters, the junior, making that first free throw. In case you joined us late, South Christian struggled through a slow start in the first quarter, but eventually captured the lead at 17-12 at the break. And here in the second quarter has really turned up the defensive heat and complemented that with some pretty good offense to forge in front by what is now 16 points. Offensive rebound controlled by the Hawks. Brendan Thompson with a good take to the bucket, drops it through, but they'll wave it off as taking that charge was Fackler.
Nice job. He did a good job on the left side of the floor, cut his man off. The ball got kicked out. He rotated to the other side of the floor and still got there to take the charge. He moves so well. I know he's a soccer player, and his movements are so good. His lower body strength, his lateral agility is outstanding.
45 seconds to go. Ike Scrotenborough back in the lineup. High post for Moss. Finds an open Weiss, right corner. Misfired. Stays with South Christian. 38 seconds to play.
See what South Christian can do on this out-of-bounds play. They've been struggling a little bit on their out-of-bounds plays.
Scrotenborough sets the pick for Viss. They get it to Carson. Step back triple out of the left corner. Buries it home. Carson Viss with a terrific first half. 15 for the sensational junior. 39-20. Patton Overbeek driving on Scrotenborough. Looks inside. Nothing there, so back to Patton. Left wing, Kennett. Back to Patton with 7 seconds to go. Nice behind the back step back against Vermas. Left it short. Viss with the rebound. And that is the way the first half will end. South Christian, after a bit of a sluggish start, rolling here at halftime. They lead at 39-20 on Michigan Sports Radio. Stay tuned. The Sobey Company halftime show is coming up. We'll take you to East Lansing. John Ross has This Week in High School Sports. And after that, get you ready for the third quarter with the stats of the first half and Rick Wesley's analysis heading into the second half. That's all ahead on the Sobey halftime show on Michigan Sports Radio.
Recently collided with a deer or been caught in an unfortunate accident? Don't worry, Car Center Collision and Glass is your trusted partner to bring your vehicle back to life. With convenient branches in Cedar Springs, Burton Heights, Alpine, and Big Rapids, we're right around the corner to provide expert assistance. From collision repairs to mechanical fixes, we're your one-stop solution for all your car needs. Check us out at carcentermi.com. This is a beautiful time of year, but for many, it is also the beginning of allergy season, which means lots of sneezing, itchy watery eyes, runny nose, constant drainage, or ear pressure. These are all allergy symptoms we regularly treat. Don't let your allergy stop you from enjoying what you love to do outdoors. We have several ear, nose, throat, and allergy specialists ready to see you. Find us online at MichiganENTallergy.com. We look forward to helping you enjoy the outdoors again.
Cornerstone University.
The professors are very open to helping whenever they can.
Academic excellence, character-driven athletics, Christ-centered community involvement.
Cornerstone has been a great opportunity for me to grow as a leader, just being able to approach people and be warm and welcoming and hospitable.
Experience it for yourself. Attend a Golden Eagle Day at Cornerstone for a taste of campus life and the chance to meet faculty and staff. To arrange a visit for your high school junior or senior, go to cornerstone.edu. Cornerstone University. Build a life that matters.
Bowling is a great time that combines great friends, football, and bowling. Compete against your friends or family, throwing a football at 10 real bowling pins. You can bring in your own food, or they have a pair of 45-foot bars featuring soft drinks and adult beverages. Visit foldingwarehouse.com, Grand Rapids, to reserve your lanes.
The 76 Diner and Truck Stop would like to invite you and your families to come and check out their diner. With locations in both Byron Center and Coopersville, they're a great place to stop before or after the game. They have a wide variety of menu choices to feed all the kids. They serve breakfast hot all day, and they're able to accommodate all of your large group needs. Their full menu is available for takeout orders, and they have online ordering at 76truckstopdiner.com.
The winter sports season continues as we're now into 2024. I'm John Ross, and this is This Week in High School Sports, powered by Michigan Student Aid. Happy New Year and welcome back to the winter sports season. Believe it or not, our first basketball district games are just 7.5 weeks away. Let's take you through the rest of the hoop schedule so you know what to expect. And remember, this year the boys' finals will be played first, followed by the girls' finals. Boys districts will tip off February 26th, with district finals on March 1st. District assignments are already set, and the draw will be posted on February 18th. The regional round will be played March 5th and 7th, with the quarterfinals on Tuesday, March 12th. The Breslin Center in East Lansing will once again play host to the semifinal and final rounds. The semis are March 14th and 15th, with the finals on Saturday, March 16th. All quarterfinal and semifinal action will be streamed live on the NFHS network, and all 4 finals will air live on Valley Sports Detroit. Munising, Flint Beecher, Ferndale, and Cass Tech will all be looking to repeat as champions. On the girls' side, everything is 1 week later. So that means district play starts March 4th, regional play starts March 11th. The quarters are March 19th, and the semifinals and finals are March 21st, 22nd, and 23rd, also at the Breslin Center. Glen Lake, Hemlock, Lansing Catholic, and Rockford are your defending champs. In addition to the NFHS Network and Valley Sports Detroit, all semifinal and final games for both the boys and girls will also be available on the MHSAA Championship Radio Network. For scores, schedules, pairings, and more, be sure to check out MHSAA.com. It's time for Game Balls, when we highlight a trio of standout performances from over the break. First, Ludington's David Schillinger. He poured in 34 points in a 12-point win over Montague. In doing so, Schillinger becomes Ludington's all-time leading scorer, surpassing Mike Larson. Ortonville Brandon's Riley Abner also broke a school scoring mark. She went into the break with 1,176 points, more than any other hooper, boy or girl, has ever scored for the Blackhawks. And despite dropping a game to Buckley, Benzie Central's Jackson Childers won over 1,000 career points.
For high school seniors, the matchup of the year isn't on the field. It's actually online. That's right. When you fill out the FAFSA, the free application for federal student aid, you could also be eligible for thousands of dollars in additional money from the Michigan Achievement Scholarship. Yep, nearly 80% of students who fill out the FAFSA may be eligible. Now that's a matchup we can all root for. Get started today at michigan.gov/achievement. The Michigan Achievement Scholarship. It's a game changer.
Our weekly Be the Referee feature takes a look at the fine art of officiating with the MHSAA's Director of Officiating Services, Sam Davis.
A rule change in high school basketball means there will no longer be 1-and-1 free throws, and team fouls now reset after each quarter, not at the half. Here's how it works. A team will reach the bonus in each quarter once their opponent has committed 5 fouls. That means teams will shoot 2 free throws for all common fouls after the 4th team foul in a quarter. Previously, teams weren't in the bonus until the 7th team foul, and then shot 1-and-1 free throws until the 10th team foul of a half or double bonus was reached. A foul on a 3-point attempt will result in 3 free throws for the shooter and still counts as a team foul.
Thanks, Sam. Now more than ever, we need officials. If you're interested, go to the MHSAA website now to register. 7 other winter sports will see their postseason start in February. The ski finals for both boys and girls are February 26th. Team wrestling finals will be February 23rd and 24th in Kalamazoo, with the individual finals March 1st and 2nd at Ford Field. Bowling regionals are February 23rd and 24th, with the finals on March 1st and 2nd, and that's the same weekend as the competitive cheer finals, which will be back at McGurk Arena in Mount Pleasant. The gymnastic finals are March 8th and 9th. The ice hockey finals and Lower Peninsula boys swimming and diving finals are also that weekend. The UP swim and dive finals are on February 17th. Information for all of these tournaments and how to get tickets and more can be found at MHSAA.com. You've been listening to This Week in High School Sports, powered by Michigan Student Aid, a production of the MHSAA Network. Thanks for joining us. I'm John Ross, and we'll be back next week.
Sporting U, we know the quality and service our customers are looking for, and we make sure we deliver. Whether it's uniforms, embroidered or screen printed apparel, promotional products, or a company web store, Sporting U has an experienced team, phenomenal suppliers, and in-house production to make it all happen seamlessly. You think it, we ink it. Our team is here to help your team stand out. Find out more at sportingu.com. That's sporting and the letter U.com.
The Grand Rapids Sports Hall of Fame celebrates the city's rich sports history by honoring prominent West Michigan athletes and those who have contributed greatly to sports on a local, state, or national level. A class is elected each year and then honored at an induction ceremony in the fall. They also prevent annual events in support of West Michigan athletics, and they raise funds to support local youth organizations and charities. Follow them on Facebook or check out the pictures and biographies of all 181 inductees at grshhof.com.
For 85 years, Sobey Company has been a premier commercial construction contractor specializing in everything from walls and ceilings to floors and insulation. We have been part of almost every large commercial construction project in West Michigan, including the newly constructed South Christian High School, Byron Center Christian renovations, and 2 expansion projects at Dutton Christian. Our skilled and talented craftsmen can make any interior dream you have on a construction project a reality. Go Sailors!
Welcome back to South Christian. Bob Sack alongside former Grand Valley State University coach Rick Wesley as the Sobey halftime show comes to a close. First half stats. Rick, from an individual scoring standpoint, Carson Viss leading the way for South with 15. 14 for Drew Patton. It's been 2 guys who have really scored most of the points, and South really turned it up defensively and offensively in that second quarter.
No question. South won the rebounding battle 12-10. Had fewer turnovers, 8-9, but the big difference was field goal percentage. South shot 58%, and Forest Hills Eastern shot 28%. So after a pretty good start by Eastern, South really put the clamps on them there as the game got going.
And that 58% arguably could have been higher because South Christian had a lot of good looks at point-blank range. We start the third. Eastern on the offensive attack. They go with Brendan Thompson, Drew Patton, who had 14 in the first half. Tries to add to that with a runner on the right block. In and out. Sailors control. Morgan, Overbeek, Patton, Thompson, and Palo for Forest Hills Eastern. For Moss, Viss, Kemper, Plune, and Fackler for South Christian. Caleb Plune, who had a solid game Friday, yet to score tonight.
I'd really like to see him and Fackler get going here a little bit, see if they can't get some open looks.
Kemper with a nice backdoor to Viss, and he slams it home. What a beautiful cut, pass, and finish.
Beautiful design play, overplay on the left wing, backdoor cut, great pass by Davis Kemper.
Patton with a long 3. That is short and goes out of bounds.
There's something about a dunk. It definitely, it's worth more than 2. There's an emotional thing that goes along with that. Really gets your team going.
That's what I always used to love about John Beeline, Rick, because, and speaking of, Kemper pounds another one home. I was going to say, Beeline always used to play these high-flying teams, Michigan State, for example, and he would tell his team, the dunk is still worth 2 points. Don't worry about the psychological factor. But I think at high school it's different, isn't it?
I think it's everywhere it's different.
Sailors on the defensive end come up with a nice steal ahead to Fackler. His bank shot off a good pass from Plune is through.
Great, good under control, good jump stop, the right block. Fackler knocked it right in.
Sailors with the first 6 points to start this third quarter. They have now outscored Eastern 31-6 in the last quarter and a half. After a pretty good start by the Hawks. Brendan Thompson tied up by Fackler at the free throw line. Sailors go with a switching man on Drew Patton. He knifes down the right side. Drew contact from Fackler.
When I was in college, Coach Parfit at Central Michigan used to say the same thing about the dunk, and the dunk had just come back into play when I went to college.
That's a long time ago. Gee whiz.
And he said it was only worth 2 points, but I remember thinking, boy, I don't know, Coach. Feels like it's more than that.
Inside of 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. South Christian in command. Left wing jumper by Powell from 3. Wouldn't go. Good rebound by Jake Vermas. He'll lead the charge up the floor for the Sailors. Shakes on Morgan. Tries to hit a cutting DeHaan, but I think Rock tipped it out of bounds. Back to Forest Hills Eastern.
Wyatt Saul in there a little earlier in this half than normal. Full court pressure defense here. Coach Johnson trying to get his guys going here.
And that pressure defense results in a Forest Hills Eastern full timeout. We'll take one as well on Michigan Sports Radio and the Sailor Zone.
Time to have your vehicle repaired? You can trust the experienced team at Bob's Collision. Working with state-of-the-art technology, your vehicle will be repaired by highly trained craftsmen using the most modern and up-to-date equipment available. From minor dings to major collision repair, the team at the Bob's Collision Auto Repair Shop has the experience, knowledge, and equipment to expertly restore your vehicle to its pre-accident condition. Visit them online at bobscollision.com.
Tonight's third quarter brought to you by Burgess Surveying, providing land surveying to public and private clients statewide with state-of-the-art technology and unmatched response. That's Burgess Surveying. And by Boulder Plumbing, offering residential plumbing, light commercial plumbing, remodel, and restoration. Part of our wonderful slate of sponsors on Michigan Sports Radio and the Sailor Zone. Be sure to check out MichiganSportsRadio.com for scores, standings, and recaps of games throughout the area. Keep you up.
Great job to start the third quarter here by South Christian. Design play, 2 dunks back to back. You don't see that very often in any game, let alone a high school game.
Aggressive press. Hawks beat it to Patton. He'll pull up for the 12-footer and knock it through. Drew Patton now with 16. It's really been the only offense for the Hawks. Good ball movement, finds DeHaan in the right corner. Triples off the flange, but Wyatt Saul does some good work for the offensive rebound and then draws the foul on the floor.
Good to see Charlie DeHaan take that shot. No hesitation. Made one in the first half. You got to take your shots in rhythm.
Sailors couldn't get it in. Oh, called the timeout. This just in time. Well, you mentioned earlier some difficulties with the inbounds plays.
A lot of the teams they've played this year have zoned the baseline out of bounds. And you get kind of used to doing that, and then all of a sudden the team plays you man-to-man. It's a little bit different. But I just don't think their execution hasn't been real good on those plays. And a lot of it is the player who is inbounding the ball. You need a certain mentality and composure, and when that guy is a little tense, you can feel it. And everybody's kind of rushing through their cuts and not setting good screens, not setting their man up.
What's the typical number of options on an inbounds play like that? Before
I was
the
a big
coach
out-of-bounds
says,
play guy, so I had a million plays. I had more plays than Shakespeare, as they say. But I always feel like that's sort of the special teams area of the game, out of bounds. We wanted to win the baseline out of bounds game. So here they switched it up here, double screen, rolled back, good play, good timeout.
This, the trigger man, found DeHaan for a floater. Couldn't get it to go, and back the other way. Racehorsing down the floor is Brendan Thompson. He draws contact with 5:02 to go in the third.
Over the course of the game, sometimes you can get 8 to 10 points in baseline out of bounds situations. Now here, South looks like they're going zone on their defense. Tried to trap the corner.
They do as Thompson throws it away. Good.
So that they won that special team situation there.
Vermas on a good take down the right side. Just his 6th point.
Not only took the score away, but it turned into a turnover and created an offense from that baseline out of bounds situation.
Patton gets a step on DeHaan, then pulls up for the 14-footer along the baseline. Wouldn't go. Wyatt Saul continues his good minutes. With the rebound ahead of Vermas, they find DeHaan, right corner triple, hit the side of the backboard. Pinball rebound to Rock. He goes up strong, but overshoots. And then Cameron Palo on the run for Eastern. Will Overbeek leaves it for Patton. He eyes that 3. 16 points tonight for Patton. A lot of shots to get there, though. Nice pass from Brendan Thompson to a cutting Will Morgan.
Miscommunication there on that ball screen. Nobody picked up the roll man.
23-point lead here inside of 4 minutes in the 3rd quarter. Weiss trying to find Rock underneath, has it stolen by Thompson. He'll lay it in. Little 4-point string here for the Hawks. Vermas off the Saul screen. Good roll by Wyatt. Underneath. Powers up that left-hander. Wouldn't go, but drew the contact and wanted the 3-point play.
A little double ball screen action at the top there. One man rolls, one man pops. Good pass by Jake. First time I've really seen Wyatt Saul play extended minutes. He's got some length. When he stretches out, he's a pretty tall guy around that basket. He stuck his nose in it, got some rebounds.
That's what excites me about Taylor Johnson as a coach. And you know this. You too have done it for many years. Just to see how a kid develops throughout the year. Wyatt Saul probably wasn't ready for prime time back in early December, but here's the time of the year where he's had a lot of practices. Games are potentially a little more cushion, and you start to see him be molded into a role that could come in handy later on.
It's a process, and everybody's journey's at a little bit different pace too. You can't get discouraged. You got to keep trying to get better every day.
Saul splits the pair. He has 5 points. Will Morgan will set up and use that screen from Kennett. Back to Patton. Uses the Peters screen. Step back 18-footer. Rolls it home.
Tough shot. Tough shot.
Drew Patton now leading all scores with 18 points. 18 of the 28 points. Underneath Kemper. Cross-court pass to Fackler. Stops at the left elbow and will reset with Plune. Caleb Plune on the left wing. Probes inside. They find Kemper mid-post, and then he hits a cutting Fackler for a nice backdoor layup.
Good post up there by Davis Kemper. Coach Johnson really trying to force him into that low post, give him some work down there.
He's looked good dishing the ball tonight.
He's a good passer. Like to see him, be a little bit more aggressive in his scoring mentality down there. I think he can do it.
Cameron Palo on the other end lays it in. Fackler back the other way. Good feed to Plune. Oh, good double pump there by Caleb, but left that short. That'll frustrate the junior, 6'3", who's scoreless tonight. Good minutes by Wyatt Saul. He's replaced by Ike Scrotenborough, number 32.
Great opportunity to get these young big guys some minutes in there.
It's a small Eastern lineup right now, with Overbeek out of the game and Hardy, their starting center, out ill tonight. It is a size advantage extraordinaire for South Christian. Sailors in a 2-3 zone.
Yeah, it looks like a 2-3 zone. They're a little extended, a little bit more with Plune than they are with Davis Kemper. Now they kind of balance it out.
Good aggressive wing action by that zone defense. O'Connell finds an open Kennett in the lane. Turnaround jumper from 10, rolls off. Davis Kemper with another board. To Fackler, drives on Palo. Kicks it back out to Kemper. Down low to Scrotenborough, a good strong move, but overshot. Caleb Plune, though, right there for the rebound. Couldn't corral it, and then dives on the line. I think it's out of bounds. Or are they going to call a foul on Plune? I'm
not sure what that call was.
Yes,
there.
I think Plune was trying to recover a fumble there. Dove right on the opponent.
You can feel Coach Johnson sort of imploring some of his guys. He wants them to be more aggressive offensively. They've passed up. They're such a good group of guys. They're almost too unselfish. He wants, like Fackler needs to take some of those shots. He wants Plune to be more aggressive. Again, this is a good game for them to kind of, experiment and see what they're capable of doing.
So how do you instill that balance in a team of that culture of unselfishness versus aggressiveness?
Especially, they're such good kids. You have to convince them it's their obligation to be a little bit more selfish sometimes. They're just not wired that way. Yeah. They're so team-oriented, which is a good thing.
Yeah, you got to tell them, I'm not interested in you becoming the kind of person that's going to marry my daughter. I need you to take the ball to the basket. Yeah. Speaking of which, Natano gets stripped. Out ahead to Scrotenborough. He'll save for Plune. There's that unselfishness again, and Fackler this time makes it pay off with the lay-in.
And Nolan's one of those guys. He's capable of doing so much more than he thinks he can.
He now has 9, potentially on his way to first ever double figures. Clock down to 5 seconds, then the quarter here. Morgan gets swatted by Kemper, and that is the way this third quarter will end. South Christian continues to roll. They outscore the Hawks in that quarter 13-10, and now lead it after 3, 52-30. On the other side, the fourth quarter begins. Stay with us.
Don't just find yourself, make yourself. Start businesses, build bridges, save lives, raise a whole city. This is your future, so take it and move all of us forward.
Burgess Surveying is a privately owned company that has been serving the West Michigan community and state for over 15 years. They perform a wide variety of surveying services. Whether you're a homeowner who is looking to establish your property lines, or a large commercial contractor who wants its project to be completed efficiently and timely, Burgess Surveying can meet your needs. They're located in downtown Byron Center. Give them a call at 616-277-1636. You will be sure to have a great experience.
Back at South Christian, Sailors rolling here on this Tuesday night. They lead Forest Hills Eastern 52-30. Had a 5-point lead after one quarter, expanded it to 19 with a big second quarter edge of 22-8. And here in the third, continue to march toward a victory with a 52-30 lead heading into the fourth. Carson Viss finds open Vermas on the left wing, leaves the triple short. Kemper with the rebound over the head behind the back pass to Vermas. Now Kemper gets the return on a beautiful feed from Carson Viss in the low right block and lays it in.
A right hand wraparound pass into the low post. Love to see Davis Kemper score around that basket.
54-30. Biggest lead of the game for the Sailors. Morgan finds Natano. He'll drive on the left baseline. Wild reverse layup. Comes to Bryce Sullivan. Morgan with a... Some of these field goal attempts are I'm not sure whether Tim Chenoweth can chart them as a shot or just sort of a errant, a wishful pass.
Nolan Fackler got to be a little bit on the baseline from the left wing there, but was quick enough to recover to his man, still bother that shot. And then there was a series of sort of crazy shots by Eastern there. None of them were real solid fundamentally. Nolan getting a break here. He really works hard on the defensive end.
would you call him the stopper so far early in the season?
He does, and again, we talked about Sam Weiss is similar tonight, I felt like. Really down in the stance, really moving well.
This rims out a effort from downtown after a nice circle motion offense. Long shot by Overbeek is chased down by Sullivan. Then a tunnel drive and circus shot off the glass on the right lane.
Just as I was bragging about Sam, he sort of got beat on that one there. Jinxed him.
First bucket for Egan Natano. This with just one field goal here in the second half. Tried to be a distributor there, so did Kemper. Threw it away to Natano. Right back the other way, though. This with the theft and ahead to Kemper, and he'll lay it in for an easy 2.
Good unselfish pass by Carson Viss on the break. Always we want to reward your big man for running that floor.
10 for Davis Kemper. Morgan free for right point triple. That's a misfire and ahead to Plune all the way to the hole. Good strong move by Caleb Plune.
Really good strong. Great three-quarter chest pass by Carson Viss to a streaking Caleb Plune down the right side.
5:30 to go. Sailors up by 25. Aaron shot by Sullivan's, controlled by Eastern. Right corner triple by Overbeek. Around and out. Here comes Vermas all the way. Oh, good screen by Davis Kemper in the lane. Oh, sharded the seas
like
for
one of those Wolverine linemen last night.
That's right. Easy lay-in for Jake Vermas. And another timeout. We'll take one as well. 27-point lead with 5:08 to go. South Christian rolling here on the south side.
To everyone who loves great food, let us make you a meal the Wisconsin way.
We cook each butter burger to order for you and the people you love, so it's the best part of your day.
The best.
The best.
And every creamy scoop of fresh frozen custard, pure happiness.
Pure happiness.
Pure happiness. Because where Culver's comes from.
And the heart of America's Dairyland.
Our love.
Our love for fresh food is as strong as our love for all of you.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
For over 85 years, Sobey Company has been a premier commercial construction contractor specializing in everything from walls and ceilings to floors and insulation. We have been part of almost every large commercial construction project in West Michigan, including the newly constructed South Christian High School, Byron Center Christian renovations, and 2 expansion projects at Dutton Christian. Our skilled and talented craftsmen can make any interior dream you have on a construction project a reality. Go Sailors!
Welcome back to South Christian. Sailors opened up a 27-point lead here in the fourth quarter on Forest Hills Eastern. Brendan Thompson, good defense by Weiss. Came over and cut off that driving lane and then got a hand in the passing lane, and Brendan Thompson threw it away.
Same play earlier. They hit the roll man there. A little bit better on their switch on that ball screen. Kind of took away the passing lane to the basket.
4:40 to go. This in the right corner, drives the lane, feeds it beautifully under to Tanner Rock. Couldn't hit it, but then grabs his own rebound and lays it in.
Great unselfish pass by Carson Viss there. He drew 2 guys, and next thing you know, Tanner Rock was standing wide open by the basket.
8 players in the scoring column for South Christian, and that's a good sign.
It's a good sign.
There have been many games where that number has not reached 8 this year. Halfway through the fourth, the lead at 29. Overbeek uses the Thompson screen. I'll kick it back to Natano. Gets a step on Plune. Good help from Sam Weiss, but Natano's able to loft it over the outstretched arms of Weiss and drop it through. This strong take with the right hand. Drops it through, and Taylor Johnson wants a 30-second timeout. Talked a little bit off the air. These other guys needing to score. Rick, and part of that story is what Viss and Vermas do as well to help facilitate that. And what have you seen tonight from those two that have taken South Christian maybe one step closer to getting more guys in the offensive production picture?
Yeah, well, they're such unique players in that they're veteran guys. They've been so successful, and they're almost like additional coaches on the floor. So you can just feel, they're thinking right along with the coaches. They're doing the best they can to distribute the ball, trying to give other guys confidence, trying to get other guys involved. They know as the season unfolds and in the tournament, we're going to need help. They're going to need help. They can't, they often do, but it's a difficult task for the two of them to get, 50 points every night. And you've got to find some scoring in some other places. The fact that they're unselfish is really a plus. And hopefully, as time goes on, some of these other guys are going to grow in their confidence. Because I think that a lot of them have more ability than they realize. You have to experience it a little bit more.
I thought that aspect of spreading the wealth around a little bit. Good feed here for the Hawks. They find Overbeek, but he can't deliver on the lay-in. DeHaan back the other way. A little Euro step. Leaves the runner short. Tanner Rock and Patton battle for the rebound. Sailors control. Fackler drives on Kennett. A reset with Weiss. Now Fackler between the circles. 3 minutes to go. Plune, Fackler, Rock, and DeHaan. Good ball movement, good motion by the Sailors. Weiss with a runner on the left baseline. Floats it over the bucket. Back the other way and a foul. We're talking about the balance of scoring. I thought Friday night that was a significant change in Catholic Central. I remember them last year, Rick, with K.K. Brown and Darrell Brooks really being a two-pronged offense. Despite Darrell Brooks still being part of this team and being the go-to guy, it just seemed like that Catholic Central team had a little more balance, a little more unselfishness as they played.
Yeah, Brooks and Merriman, obviously were the big scores, but the third guy, I can't think of his name, the sophomore.
Lathridge.
Yeah, he really hits a lot of big shots from the corner. He really gave him an X factor. So, you need your stars, but the more contributions you can get from the more different guys, I mean, it's so important in our game. This is a key time in the game here. There's only 3 minutes left, but this is one of the few opportunities to not have Vermas or Viss on the floor. So this is a good thing mentally for these guys to experience that. Somebody's got to take charge here.
Charlie DeHaan has that pass picked off by Natano all the way to the hole, and Egan Natano all of a sudden has tallied 7 points all here in the second half. Fackler looking down low for Scrotenborough. Now recedes back out to Wyatt Saul. And there's a good.
Saul's had a good night. Good drive, good shot fake from the top of the key, put it with his left hand.
He now has 7.
Making the most of his opportunity.
Patton with a lot fewer shot attempts here in the second half, too. Probably an adjustment by Taylor Johnson. And just as I say that, Patton drains one from deep at the left point for another 3 ball.
I hear Coach say, go to the rim, go to the rim.
Wyatt Saul open for a left point 3. That was a good-looking shot off the flange.
Nice-looking shot.
And with inside of 2 minutes to go. Natano, good ball movement, finds Patton. He's going to wide left on that triple try. South Christian with a quick 30-second timeout. Taylor Johnson wants to get some other kids in the game now. And he'll do that with Drew Brunsma. Ike Qantas getting their first taste of action in a few weeks. So overall, this gauntlet of a schedule that is now done. It's completed after the first 5 weeks of the season. I'm not looking for your evaluation on South Christian's team, but give me your assessment on the wisdom of scheduling such a slate of contests over the first 5 weeks.
I think it's probably good. And certainly, with all the success that South has had in football and basketball the last couple of years, they'd be bored not playing those kind of games. So, nice job there. Scrotenborough just imposing his will there on an offensive rebound. So I think it's a good thing in the long run. They're battle tested.
6-6.
They came through it pretty unscathed.
Yeah, the games that they did lose were close games. And, constantly Taylor will talk about the journey. It's not about where we are right now, it's the journey. And he just knows that December produces growth and leads into January development, which leads into February and March success. High arcing triple from the left corner, good by Cam Kennett. Inside of a minute to go. Here's an open three for Qantas out of the left right corner. And he rattles it home.
Knocked it right in.
6'1" junior. Got to feel good about that three-pointer.
When you play those good teams, too, it sort of exposes your weaknesses. You find out, for good or bad, this is something we've got to get better at.
Qantas with the rebound, and South Christian can dribble this one out. And they will improve to 6-3. 1-1 in the OK Gold. Forest Hills Eastern will fall to 4-5, and now 0-2 in the OK Gold. That's the way it ends. 71-44. Don't go away. The Sobey post-game shows coming up on Michigan Sports Radio. And the Sailor Zone and the NFHS Network will have final stats and closing thoughts and a recap of this Sailor victory tonight, 71-44.
Looking for a great place to buy a used truck or car? Check out Extreme Truck and Auto Center, located at 1098 O'Malley Drive in Coopersville. They have a huge selection of trucks, cars, vans, and SUVs. Stop by their lot or give them a call at 616-384-3777. You can check out their inventory at xtacenter.com.
Michigan hearing experts sell and service several brands of hearing aids. Are you having trouble having a conversation or unable to hear the latest play of the game? We perform comprehensive hearing exams and use real ear measurements to ensure optimal functioning hearing aids for your unique needs. Our highly trained doctors of audiology are dedicated to helping you reconnect with your world. Visit MichiganHearingExperts.com to find a location near you and take the first step towards better hearing with Michigan Hearing Expert.
Cornerstone University.
The professors are very open to helping whenever they can.
Academic excellence, character-driven athletics, Christ-centered community involvement.
Cornerstone has been a great opportunity for me to grow as a leader, just being able to approach people and be warm and welcoming and hospitable.
Experience it for yourself. Attend a Golden Eagle Day at Cornerstone for a taste of campus life and the chance to meet faculty and staff. To arrange a visit for your high school junior or senior, go to cornerstone.edu. Cornerstone University. Build a life that matters.
The Grand Rapids Sports Hall of Fame celebrates the city's rich sports history by honoring prominent West Michigan athletes and those who have contributed greatly to sports on a local, state, or national level. A class is elected each year and then honored at an induction ceremony in the fall. They also prevent annual events in support of West Michigan athletics, and they raise funds to support local youth organizations and charities. Follow them on Facebook or check out the pictures and biographies of all 181 inductees at grshof.com.
Welcome inside the Sobey post-game show after South Christian rolls to a 71-44 win tonight over Forest Hills Eastern here at South Christian. Bob Sack back with you alongside former Grand Valley head basketball coach Rick Wesley. Sailors wire to wire tonight after about midway through the first quarter. Good start by Forest Hills Eastern. Drew Patton's triples kept the Hawks in it for a while. In fact, they actually led 9-6 midway through the first quarter. Kind of a lackluster start, but Taylor Johnson with some good adjustments to get it going in the first half. South Christian rolled in the second quarter, opened the game up, and led 39-20 at the break, and cruised to the 71-44 win. Final individual scoring tonight, first of all, for Forest Hills Eastern. Drew Patton leads all scorers with 21 points. 7 points for the Hawks from Egan Natano, 4 from Will Overbeek, 3 each from Cam Kennett, Brendan Thompson, and Will Morgan, and a bucket from Cam Palo. For South Christian, maybe the most impressive aspect of tonight was the balance and the number of guys that scored. 10 players on the score sheet tonight for the Sailors, led by Carson Viss with his usual 19. But beyond that, it was a really well-distributed number. Davis Kemper did reach double figures with 10. Nolan Fackler with a career-high 9. Jake Vermas with just 8 tonight, but very much a pass-first mode for the senior point guard. 7 for Wyatt Saul, 5 for Charlie DeHaan, 5 for Ike Scrotenborough with some good minutes off the bench, 3 for Ike Qantas, and 2 for Caleb Plune. Other stats that stuck out at you tonight, Rick, is the Sailors' role.
Yeah, South was pretty dominant statistically, 14-13 on the turnovers. They won that battle. They had fewer. Really dominant on the boards, 30-18 with Vermas, Viss, and Davis Kemper all having 6 apiece. And then field goal percentage-wise, 56% they shot. South Christian did compared to Forest Hills Eastern, only 33%. So really pretty dominant all around. Their defense just got better and better as the game went on.
And the offense got what they wanted all night long.
Yeah, I really thought this game was what they needed. A game where, as you mentioned, a lot of guys got in, a lot of guys scored. Guys that haven't maybe been on the floor as much early in the season. Wyatt Saul came in there, had some good minutes. Nolan Fackler had some good minutes. I thought Weiss came in there, was more aggressive. So just great to see all those guys get in there and have an opportunity to do their thing. Hopefully that's something they can build on as we move forward.
Time now for our Sobey Company Player of the Game for South Christian, nominated and selected by Rick Wesley.
Well, I'm going to give it to Jake Vermas, even though I didn't give it to him one game where he had 27 points, I think, and he didn't even get double figures. But his maturity tonight and how he handled this kind of game was really impressive. I mean, he had 6 rebounds and he had some good baskets, but he really distributed that ball well. And for all those other guys to score, he and Carson Viss certainly were largely responsible. But I really liked how he handled himself and directed his team, and that's what you want out of your point guard.
All right, that'll do it for tonight. Sailors improved to 6-3. Forest Hills Eastern drops to 4-5. South Christian will be at Cedar Springs on Friday night. Forest Hills Eastern will go to the other end of Kent County, meeting Wayland in Wayland on Friday night. For Tim Chenoweth, our statistician, Rick Wesley with his great color analysis tonight, Brock Conkle, our executive producer, athletic director David Kuhl. This is Bob Sack saying so long, everybody. Once again, the final score tonight from South Christian. Sailors 71 and the Hawks 44. Good night, everybody.